Hi everyone, Letty here. Today we're going to do a craft with me video making some layered circle embellishments using the Maggie Holmes Garden Party collection. So again, we're going to just design some layered circle embellishments on camera today using the Garden Party collection by Maggie Holmes. This is her new collection and these are the supplies that I'm going to be using. Some die cut stitch circles. You basically just need two different sizes, but you can use any two sizes. And then I made some handmade ephemera that I made from using the stickers from the sticker book. So all I did was put the stickers, because they're clear or vellum stickers, I put them on some white cardstock, fussy cut them out. I also have some puffy stickers that I'll be using, also from the collection. And then some of these jemmies that I got from Hobby Lobby. These are some of my favorites to use. And then I also am using my foam dimensional tape. It's this super glue brand that I get from Dollar Tree. And then I do have these little paint palettes that I got from Dollar Tree, just in case you're curious where I got these from. I'm using them to hold my sequins and my mini gems that I will also be using. And then, of course, we have our Barely Art glue and then some scissors. And then I also sewed together some scrap and ephemera clusters. I saw this technique, I believe it was from Solae, who is Enchanted by Craft here on YouTube, and I will link her channel down below. So basically you just sew your mini clusters together, and here I am, I'm just going to go ahead and cut them apart. So instead of sewing them individually, you can just sew them all in one long string and then cut them up, which is what I just did. So this is what my little clusters look like. So here I'm going to go ahead and zoom in. And the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead and pair these circles. So this is why you want to use two different sizes, because you're going to have one on top and one on bottom. Then I'm going to go ahead and add foam tape to the bottom of the top circle. So that way I can get a little bit of dimension. And then you basically just layer on your cluster of your scraps and your ephemera, and then your handmade ephemera. Now, I'm using handmade ephemera because, one, I haven't received the actual ephemera that I purchased from this collection. I haven't received it yet. And then two, because these are smaller embellishments, I wanted to use kind of smaller ephemera, and I have not gotten the digital collection yet. I don't even know if it's available, but I have not purchased it if it is. So I just went ahead and made ephemera using the stickers. So that is an inexpensive way of making some ephemera, just using stickers. I will post close-up pictures on my Instagram of these finished embellishments, and my Instagram is Party Planner Papery. So I will link my channel down below, but you can definitely check it out, and that way you can see those close-up pictures. I tried to zoom in, but even with zooming in, I think you probably can get a little more detail in the pictures that I will post on Instagram. So now I'm just kind of repeating the same process for all of the remaining circles. So I laid out those clusters. Now I'm actually going to be adding a little bit of adhesive, the dimensional foam tape behind them, just to kind of, again, pop them up, because these are definitely going to be some layered embellishments, true to name. I am putting several different layers on top. They are going to be very dimensional. You do not have to make them dimensional. You could make them flat, especially if you were going to use them for something that was going to go in like flat mail. But I am just going to go ahead and just make them dimensional, because I like making dimensional, embellishments. I think it just adds so much more to it when you see all the different layers and textures, and and it kind of pops up from the project itself. So now I'm just adding some of that little mini handmade ephemera that I made from the stickers. I'm just going to go ahead and add like 1 or 2 pieces to each of my circles, and I'm also going to be popping these ephemera pieces up with foam tape as well. And again, this was the foam tape that I got from Dollar Tree. I've shown it on pretty much every single Dollar Tree haul video that I ever do, because I usually, when I go to Dollar Tree, I will get another couple of packages of it, because I just love using that dimensional foam tape so much. It's the Super Glue brand. I really, really enjoy it. I think it just makes, crafting so much easier, because the little foam squares or rectangles are a really good size. They're a really good dimension, and they're very, very sticky. So I feel like they're just a really good, quality, especially for the price. So it's a good bang for your buck. Now, you can find this collection pretty much anywhere. I did just now recently post a haul video where I purchased some of this collection from Joann's. It is very, very affordable if you buy it at Joann's. And, you know, if you're familiar with Joann's, you're able to use coupons. And so it turns into even more affordable. Right now, they do have a sale. Depending on when you view this video, they may not be on sale, but right now they have all of their paper on sale. Last week, the ephemera and stickers were on sale. So you just have to keep an eye out for those sales. But if you're unable to purchase this at Joann's, or you know, you are outside of the US, you also can do any of your like regular websites or like scrapbook.com or something like that. And you should be able to find this collection. There was a time when it was back on pre-order and you really couldn't find it, but right now pretty much you pretty much can find it anywhere. And a lot of it usually is in stock now. So that's one of the good things. And I really, really like these Maggie Holmes collections because they have just really pretty like florals and butterflies and bows. And, you know, they repeat, and swans, they repeat a lot of the same kind of patterns or pictures, but I think they just kind of go every single time, and it just really is so pretty. So now you see I am adding on the jemmies that I get from Hobby Lobby. I like adding these because one, they're very dimensional, but two, they also kind of give that extra little bit of sparkle. It's like adding bling to your project, and I love adding some bling to my projects. You see here that I ended up having some scraps left over on some of my Gemmy packs, so I went ahead and used those up first before I used some of the newer ones. Now I'm just adding some of the puffy stickers. These are the puffies that came with the collection. I purchased one pack so far, and so I'm just adding at least one little puffy on each one, just again to give an additional layer of dimension or just a little bit of something extra to these. And you can add as much or as little as you want. Now you see I'm adding sequins and mini gems to these. And if you are curious about that jewel picker that I'm using, this is one that I had seen one of the fellow YouTubers here on YouTube and Instagram. Her name is Helen, and she is Crafty Mama Diaries. I love her channel. If you are not already subscribed to her, definitely check her out. She's the one that recommends this jewel picker. I will link the jewel picker down below. I bought it from Amazon, which is, I believe, exactly where she bought it from. You saw there, I just showed the circle embellishment number 1. We are finished with the first one. I added all of the sequins just to add a final layer. And we are working on number 2 right now. So you see here, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. These embellishments, even though they look like they've got a lot going on, they're pretty easy to make. Here's number 2. This entire video, I think, was under an hour. I think it was like maybe 45 minutes. I did speed it up as far as the process. Now, it did take me some time because I had pre-made the handmade ephemera. I had also die cut my circles ahead of time. So I guess if you kind of count for all of the time, you're probably looking closer to maybe 2 hours. But I also still have tons of extra, things that I can use. Here's number 3, die cut circle number 3. And again, I will have close-up pictures on my Instagram. If you want to see just a little bit closer look of what these, circle, layer embellishments look like, I will have pictures on my Instagram. Definitely check it out. I am Party Planner Papery also on Instagram. So if you've never made these types of embellishments, I really definitely, invite you or challenge you to do this. That was number 4. It's so fun. It's so relaxing. And like I said, even though it may have taken me up to 2 hours just to prep everything, get everything ready. And I don't even think it was 2 hours. I think it was probably closer to maybe like an hour and 20 minutes when you really, really combine all the time. I think it's just so worth it. It's so relaxing. It's so fun. And at the end of it, you've got some great embellishments. Here's number 5. So as you can see here, I'm going to end up making 8 of these embellishments. But again, I still have a ton of supplies left over. I've got, some additional things that I die cut. I have some of those clusters left over. Here's number 6. So I've got a ton of things that I can still use for future projects. Now, the beauty of these clusters is that these are already ready to go. You can add these to the tops of like bags, to the tops of projects, to the tops of presents, to the tops of pretty much anything. This was number 7. So it's going pretty quickly now. You can add these to anything. You can also, add these to the fronts of packaging or even like tags. You've got so many options. You could even throw this on a card, glue it to a card. There was number 8. And you've just got so many options with this. So again, these were my layered circle embellishments that I made using the Garden Party collection by Maggie Holmes. Definitely check it out if you can at your stores. Thanks for visiting. Hope you subscribe, like this video, and follow me on Instagram. Thanks and happy crafting.